One complaint about the UFC is payment. It was the reason Francis Ngannou fought tooth and nail with the organization because it was sucking life out of him, but not enough amount of money to show for it. After revealing he was owing Kamaru Usman $200,000, many sympathized with him and understood why he left. Well, could he be at loss now? The good news came in during UFC 300 news.
Can we make this happen? What should it be raised to?
3 times.
100,000.
300. No, 3 times.
300.
300. 300.
300. 300. It's done.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yes, you heard it from the boss himself. No more $50,000 bonus. It is now $300,000 bonus. Imagine if you're able to fight like Israel Adesanya 4 times in 14 months. That is $1,200,000 in your bank account. I mean, it is entirely Dana White's fault that UFC stars started crossing to boxing. It was the reason Conor McGregor became bigger than the UFC, earning more than $100 million. From there, he became a businessman launching brands and his famous whiskey. Why wouldn't Tyron Woodley be happy to get knocked out for $5 million in a single match? Even Nate Diaz went on for the showmanship, Ben Askren too. The story of Francis Ngannou gave everyone hope. After his first display against Tyson Fury, scoring a knockdown and beating Tyson up in round 8, UFC fighters felt boxers aren't doing enough. In fact, many felt they could go into the ring and beat up any boxer. If Francis could embarrass someone considered to be the best of his generation. Well, Anthony Joshua just said, "Hold my beer." Until the end of time, Francis Ngannou will likely remember that brutal right-hand knockout punch from AJ. It was like when Showbiz the adults say, "Now take your ass back to the MMA where you belong." Francis allowed the media hype get to him. He believed Anthony Joshua was chinny and soft. His coach went about promoting the fiery and furious hand of Francis, knocking out Anthony Joshua. This confidence led him to switch from orthodox to southpaw and falling for AJ's feint. In the end, the hype train is over, and as a boxing fan, I can only be glad Anthony Joshua showed levels to the boxing science. While he made $30 million enough to establish him, Dana White is not sleeping. He knows his fighters are complaining about what they get in return. But can you blame Dana? You have to be a pay-per-view star that people wants to watch you. Conor McGregor reportedly made $50 million from the Khabib Nurmagomedov fight. But that was Conor McGregor fight. Remember what he told Eddie Alvarez?
I can make you
Look
rich.
at you, man.
I change your bum life. You fight me, it's a celebration.
I would beat you.
When you sign to fight me, it's a celebration. You ring back home. You ring your wife. Baby, we done it. We're rich, baby. Conor McGregor made us rich. Break out the red panties. We're rich, baby. So don't say you would not take that fight, because you would take that fight like everyone else up here would take the fight against me if it was offered, regardless of belts or any of that shit. I'm the money fight in the male shit at all weight divisions, so fuck everybody else up here.
UFC is not as bad as people think. Look at John Jones, Israel Adesanya, Conor McGregor, Kamaru Usman, Khabib Nurmagomedov, who have all invested their money and are set for life. It is a matter of how are prudent. Do you understand financial literacy? Kobe Covington once said he was about to be dropped until he started talking smack. He became popular and a pay-per-view star. It is about relevance and how the fans perceive you. Israel Adesanya is the money man presently. He knows how to talk shit that will get fans angry, and upon his next fight, they are willing to pay because they want to see him get beaten or knocked out. His thrash talk to Dricus du Plessis, unfinished business with Sean Strickland and Alex Pereira, calling him for a rematch. These are all money fight and enough to stir excitement. So, it is the UFC fighters who have to wake up. Tyson Fury knows it is important to keep on talking. Recently, Anthony Joshua said he stored every insult Tyson has thrown at him, and when they meet in the ring, he will use that to punish him. Guess what? Tyson didn't end it there. He called him a useless sausage again during his recent press conference, and that ignited another feud. This is a marketing business and money has to be made. What Dana White has been saying is that if you make more money for the company, we have no reason to deny you a fat paycheck. But you are not even making up to $500K in finances, but you want to be paid more? Come on, it's not done anywhere. Well, I know everyone wants to follow the Khabib route of respecting opponent and more. You are not going to make money that way. Even Khabib did some thrash talking calling Conor McGregor a chicken. Can you talk about Khabib without Conor? Hate Conor all you want. He is the reason Khabib became a bigger superstar and earned large fortunes from the Muslim countries. What about Kamaru Usman and Colby Covington? Covington sold the fight with enough thrash talk, talked about Kamaru's family, and personally attacked him. It may be out of line, but facts don't care about your emotions. Money has to be made, bills are there to be paid, and many more. So, if you are not ready to get burned, you can go home and cry about it. If it was that easy, why has Islam not become something similar? Daniel Cormier has called for Islam Makhachev versus Conor McGregor fight just to bring back that awareness again. I became a fan of UFC during Conor and Khabib fight. It was intense, hatred, anger, emotions, and even the aftermath. It is the most memorable fight in UFC as far as I am concerned. We need such again. Well, Dana White has raised it to $300,000 and wants everyone to be happy. So, UFC 300 is going to be a blast, believe me. Aside from the normal pay, winners get $300,000, which is a lot, and will motivate those coming into the sport. Well, I wish Francis Ngannou was around to enjoy this. How much does he receive again from a fight? $600K. Perhaps he could have earned more, but he made $30 million and could still fight Deontay Wilder if all goes well. Although $300,000 is still below average, perhaps it could be an eye-opener for the UFC fighters to become more marketable and take thrash talking to the next level. So, what do you think? Do you think Dana White bonus raise will end the UFC boxing crossover fight? Is this a shade to Francis Ngannou? Will UFC 300 become more interesting because of this new raise? Let me know what you think in the comments section. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. See you soon.